this is a layup. So the question is, what's the most effective way to get unstuck? Unnecessary procrastinating. So I like how you worded the question, right? The most effective way. That means you didn't thought about this a little bit. Or that means you want me to just get straight to the point. Uh, Something like this is interesting though, because everything is about mindset and it's about perspective. And so, um, in order to get to where we need to get to, we need to presuppose some things, right? We need to establish the groundwork, right? So, what's the most effective way to get unstuck? Unnecessary procrastinating. So, first thing we have to do is change our relationship with uh, with being stuck. What do I mean? Being stuck used to be a sign. Used to be a negative thing. Used to have negative energy, negative feelings attached to it. However, not anymore. As per this conversation, right? That's not the case. Because what I want you to realize and what I want us all to realize is that when I'm moving along and just not caring and just living my life and just making goofy choices and just outside and doing the thing, I don't feel stuck at all. It's when I have a moment in time and I acknowledge that, you know what? I'm better than this. You know what? Greater is available. You know what? More is available. You know what? This is this is getting a little tired. I'm outgrowing these behaviors, this situation, this job, this whatever plug in what you will. I'm outgrowing this version of me. And so that acknowledgement, right? That acknowledgement, that's the first thing. And so we got to change our relationship with stuck. So when you feel stuck, I believe we ought to get excited because it's a sign that you're ready to grow. It's a sign that you're ready to move. It's a sign that you've identified that, again, there's something greater out there for me. And so, in that, once you acknowledge that and once you reframe it, as I said, change your relationship with what you're experiencing. So instead of feeling, oh my God, I feel stuck, get excited. Okay, this is my season to move, right? This is my season to level up. Feeling stuck is simply what? An opportunity for me to grow. It's an opportunity for me to take my life to the next level in whatever this particular area is. What's up, family? And so that's the first thing, right? The question again was, what's the most effective way to get unstuck? Unnecessary procrastinating. So if I acknowledge that stuck is actually beneficial, stuck is a good thing, then that literally changes how I'm looking at this. That changes my identity because I go from a victim of being stuck and right and unsure and uncertain. And now now I'm a problem solver. Now I can activate my creativity. Now I can. And so from there, right, you say, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to move. And I have options. Now we start to explore the options that are in front of us. And uh, a big thing at the end of the question was unnecessary procrastinating. That's interesting. Not just procrastinating, but unnecessary procrastinating, right? So when we look at that, it's what am I actually saying? I need to move, and I need to get out of my own way. And so stuck is a good thing. And now I'm well aware that this procrastination it's of my own doing. It's my own fault because procrastination is a choice. And so how you start to move forward is you decide what it is you want. See, you already identified that more is available, that you have a desire for more, you have a desire to grow, that you're sick of where you are and you're ready to move. And so with that in mind, what do I actually want? And when you think about what you want, I want you to get it as clear as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect from the start. I want you to get it as clear as you can. And then I want you to throw it in the trash. And then I want you to 10x it. All right. Let's let that spin the block on that one. I want you to decide what you want. Right? I want you to decide what you want. I want you to choose a mountain that you want to climb. And then I want you to stop in your tracks, erase the whiteboard, and then I want you to 10x it. Why? Because the effort is the same. If you're climbing a 100-foot mountain or you're climbing a 1,000-foot mountain, you climb mountains one step at a time. So might as well might as well choose the mountain you really, really want. You might as well go ahead and 10x that thing because you got to climb anyway. And what do you care if it's 100 steps or 1,000 or 100 feet or 1,000? You want to get to the top of your mountain. And so, when you do that, right? Once you do that, once you mentally make that transition and you start to dream bigger, I like to say your goals need to be sexy. They need to be desirable. They need to be something you really want. And so now, yeah, might as well. That's my line. And so now that I acknowledge that I'm in the driver's seat, I'm taking responsibility and I'm moving in the direction that I need to move. What's up, family? And I'm in pursuit of something, right? And now I looked at the idea and then I just 10x that. The reason for the 10x, well, there's several, but one of the main reasons is to go back to the question, the unnecessary procrastinating. When you're chasing when you're hunting big game and you're chasing that big dream, that big goal, that big idea, it makes life easier for you. See, we avoid that monstrous goal. We avoid that big, scary mountain because we think it's going to make our life challenging. No, 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 no. That actually makes your life easier. It simplifies things. I ain't got time to mindlessly scroll. I got a mountain to climb. I ain't got time to sit in this goofy group chat with this negative garbage. Love y'all like I do. I got mountains to climb. I ain't got time to sit and watch, 15 hours of the newest, latest show because I got mountains to climb. I don't have time to hang out all the time and spend my time, energy, effort, and money on these things because I have a mountain to climb. See, when it's a small, tiny, simple little mountain, eh, you can disregard it, you can put it off, you can unnecessarily procrastinate, like you said. What up, family? But when that mountain is ginormous and you 10x the goal, you got to focus up. And so that's why I said the bigger the goal, the simpler, the more easy. What's up, family? Appreciate you pulling up. The simpler your life becomes, right? If Because sometimes we set a goal, and of course we want it to be manageable. The steps toward the goal need to be manageable. The goal shouldn't be manageable. Oh, let's stay there. And I saw your second question. We're gonna get to the setbacks thing. Trust me. The goal doesn't need to be manageable. The steps to accomplish the goal. I say ginormous goals, right? Ginormous goals, small steps. So sometimes we're setting these goals that are small and they don't inspire us. They're not sexy enough. They don't put a demand on us to change our lives. They don't put a demand on us to discipline ourselves. They don't put a demand on us to learn what we need to learn, to connect with who we need to connect with, to make the necessary investments into ourselves so that we can accomplish them. Right? K Rod does music, right? So if it's like, yeah, I want to create a song and I want to share it. Okay. Oh man, here we go. Do me a favor. Let me know if y'all with me. It said it was reconnected. Okay, now I see the chat moving. Appreciate y'all. So I want to get a song out. Well, it's 2026. There's plenty of ways to do that. You can record the song on your phone. You can record the song on your phone, right? And play it here on TikTok, right? That's the simple. But and then you can build, and then you can build, and then you can sign up for like DistroKid or something, and then you can get your beat and get your song, and then you can get it out there, and then where it's actually on TikTok to be used, and on Spotify and whoop whoop and all the things. There's steps to. But now, if I want to get my song out and I want 100,000 people to hear it, I want to get it to this particular level. I want this. I want to do this. Now I got to focus up because it's just making a song. Okay, not to say that that's easy, but if music is your thing, that's easy. That's what you do. You're just sharing your art and hanging it on the wall. But now, if you want to take it to another level, if you want to create an album, if you want to record 100 songs, if you want to release a song a week for the next 50 weeks, I don't know, I'm just freestyling. But now you got to focus up. If you want to get 10 new listeners a day, then you got to think that through. Okay, what's the problem? Okay, I need to post this puppy 50 times a day, right? 10 on TikTok, 10 over here, 10 over here, 10 on my YouTube, 10 over here, 10 over here. I need to get this thing out there. I need to send it to everybody in my phone. You getting a text with this new song. I don't care if I ain't talked to you since high school because the goal is bigger, the mountain is bigger. I'm on a different mission, so it requires a different level of focus. That's why the goal needs to be right. So now, um, let's see. She asked another question. Oh, how do we handle setbacks? Right. So this is easy. Now think about it. Right. When we're starting with these ideas and this perspective, right? This intense level of focus. Now, when when we run into adversity, right? When we miss the mark, when we fall short, when something happens, right? When life gets to life, and great. But here's the thing. 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 Right? Excuse me. there is th- there's beauty in adversity. Think about your life. I appreciate it too, family. You're the best. Think about your life. You've learned so much more from the shots you've missed. You learned so much more from the times you got it wrong. You learned so much more from, right? From the adversity, from the setbacks. So, as I first started, you have to change your relationship with setbacks. Setbacks is just an opportunity to get focused. It's an opportunity to learn something. It's literally an opportunity to gather some information, right? Extract some lessons from it, and then apply them to the next step. So setbacks are not even they're not even negative. We've told ourselves that story and we've bought into that lie. We bought into the idea that I'm going to do this one time and it's going to be successful. I'm going to get this the first time, or I'm going to like where? And honestly, the goal must not be that sexy if you could just easily do it and get it right the first time. So setbacks are great. How else am I going to learn? How else am I going to level up? How am I going to go from mediocre to good with setbacks, without adversity, without learning, right? How am I going to go from good to great, which is a huge gap? Mediocre to good, all right, that's a couple moves. Good to great, the distance between good and great. And then if we're talking about going from great to like excellent and phenomenal, there's a lot of focus, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of setbacks, there's a lot of adversity, there's a lot of lessons that we need to learn along the way. So setbacks, they that happens for me. That's one of my rules, right? Life happens for me, not to me. I'm not a victim. And so when I run into a quote unquote setback, right? When life punches me in the face, I get excited because what am I going to get from that? It's an opportunity for me to grow, right? If I'm coaching a basketball team and we're undefeated and we're blowing everybody out, all right, I gotta really dig in to find some things to coach the team up. Oh, but when we get smacked, when we get out there thinking we good and we get our butts whipped, now the conversation is different. Now the game film, the tape is different. Now what we use to build on, it's totally different. So that setbacks are great. Setbacks are great. That's how we level up. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. Someone said this to me earlier. I woke up to a 4-page letter on my phone, one of my coaching clients, and she's like, "Hey, listen, I'm going through it. I'm going through it. I need to talk like yesterday." So I'm like, "All right, you know." Let's do it. I told her what time I would call it. Mind you, this is early. This is just still dark outside when she sent the message, which is fine. So I read through it, boop, 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 and I send her a response, encourage her a bit, and then we schedule a conversation. So we jump on the phone a little later this morning, and we're talking, and I'm boom, 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 boom. I read the message, of course, and I'm boom, 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 giving her the insight and offering her a different perspective, a different, more empowering, more encouraging way to look at her situation. And she just like she just thought she says, you're so wise. I really appreciate you. And I bust out laughing. And she's like, what? I said, you know where wisdom comes from? Getting it wrong. All this stuff that's floating around in my head is because I got it wrong so many times. Not because I'm some magical sage. No, because I freaking get it wrong and have gotten it wrong over and over and over and over again. I've done it wrong so many times. That's how I've learned how to get it right. I'm gonna say that again. I've gotten it wrong so many times. That's how I know how to get it right. So that's where the wisdom comes from. That's where the insight comes from. That's where that comes from. And so we have to get to a place where we understand that. So setbacks aren't a problem at all. Setbacks, literally, that's a good thing because it makes me come back to the table. It makes me refocus. Look, it forces me to evaluate, look at my stuff, right? I take account. I take account. I look at, okay, I got this, I got this, I got that, right? When I'm just moving along and all right, boom, but then when there's a setback, right? I'm taking inventory. That's the word I was looking for. I'm taking inventory. I'm looking at who and what's where and what's going on and what family. What up? Appreciate you pulling up. And so setbacks are golden opportunities. A setback is a gift from God. So we just have to change our relationship with the setback. Setbacks are great. They're not negative at all. And see, the thing about that is, as with anything in life, it is whatever I say it is. Nothing has meaning until I assign it meaning. And so when there's a setback, when I run into some adversity, it is whatever I say it is. Right. So if I'm excited because man, this isn't wow, this just happened to me. And while it hurts, it's equally an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity for me to focus up, for me to learn a lesson, for me to, right. So I get to pull something from it. And what does that do? That helps me. That helps me to grow. That makes me better. Right. Therein lies the wisdom. But you can't get the wisdom unless you go through your go through. The wisdom comes from the go through, not just magic. Think about it. You've read some things, you've seen some things, you've heard some things, right? You've experienced some things, but those areas where you're wise, right? Like if you know how to bake a pie, you probably burnt a couple. You probably got it wrong a few times. You probably had it too sweet, and then it wasn't sweet enough, and then it was this, and it was this, and I got the wrong crust, and you used the wrong thing, and it was too much sugar. There was not enough sugar, and there was a little bit of this and a lot of bit of that. It was this flavor of apples, and now I don't like those. And we tried these apples, and then we got these, and then we found out what's the name had them, and they were pre-sliced already, but those actually work because it saves you a step. And it's the same exact apples. They just have the little machine to slice it, and you do this. See, you have to bake a few pies, right? What they say to you want to make an omelet, you got to break a few. Well, that's where the wisdom comes from, and that's where the setbacks come from, right? So that was a great. Those are two really really great questions. So so yes, it's all about mindset. It's all about perspective. It's all about making that shift um, in our heads, right, and taking responsibility. Look, journaling can help keep track as well. Exactly, journaling is beautiful. I literally just recommended journaling to someone on yesterday. Hey, Veronica, thanks for pulling up, family. And I'm like, you listen, choose how you want to do it. Pen to paper, keyboard, notes app, voice notes. She said, oh, I like voice notes. I said, use your voice notes. This is what's going on. And listen to it back. And I told her, I even said, even when you're frustrated, when you got all this stuff going on in your head, get it out before you call him and cuss him out. Before you do this, before you do that, get it out, sift through what's there, grab, right, the meaningful stuff, and then get after it. So, yes, I'm a true believer in that. True believer. Exactly. It's a gift. The books that I have, they're journals. I give you some information and then I give you journal prompts, right? I give you questions based on the information that cause you to look within and pulls the information out of you. So I believe in journaling much that I've created several. So anywho, those of y'all that are pulling in and swinging by, happy Friday. I appreciate y'all. But we doing a Q&A. We had a couple great questions so far. So keep the questions coming. Literally anything personal growth related. Anything. Um, got some relationship challenges. Let's talk about it. And I'm talking about your romantic relationship, that supervisor who just irritates you. How do we get the books? I will. I think you can get it from my site. Can you inbox me, please? Inbox me because they're on Amazon, but I put a crazy price on Amazon so that I can send the books to people myself. So please inbox me. And I got you. That's too easy. Appreciate you. I need to update that. I need to update that link. Let me put that on my list right now to update that link. Update book link. Telling you, I don't play by my notes app. I appreciate you, family. Truly appreciate you, man. Listen, that chat we had the other night, truly needed it. Thank you. All right, what else? What else? What we at? Keep the questions coming. Listen, it's Friday night Q&A. We hanging out, we vibing, streaming live over on YouTube. I can't see the comments on YouTube, so if your comment, if you're, oh, maybe I can see it like this. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know. I can't really see what's happening, but we're streaming. So make sure you tap into Reese Inspires or the Coach Reese Experience over there as well. But yeah, let's go. Drop a question. Drop a question in the chat, or if you want to pull up, send a request. Come on up, drop your question. Share what's going on, so we can unpack this thing, get you some relief from your pain, help you get on your feet the way you want, the way you need to be, instead of playing games and halfway doing it. How should we start today to remember the gym? Derek, what's up, family? How do we start by remembering? I think so. Everything for me starts with self-care. So I'm going to say that, right? Because when you talk about remembering something, start the day. Got you. So yeah. My brother, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Um, so yeah. So how do we start our day? So that's going to look different for everybody, but I believe that you should be prioritizing your well-being first and foremost, right? You should be prioritizing your well-being first and foremost. So I believe in self-care. Self-care, I believe that self-care um, will is the answer to 90% of your problems. I believe this with all of my heart. I've been talking about this thing for a decade now. I've been talking about self-esteem, self-image, and self-care. The world is catching up, and it's funny seeing the world finally catch up, right? It's becoming popular. Life is kicking our butt so much so that we're starting to recognize this. But I've been talking about this for, yeah, 2016 is when I started publicly sharing these ideas. But if you get your eating, moving, and sleeping fixed, 90% of your problems are resolved. The reason is when you do that, you fix your energy. Because a lot of times you know what you need to do. You have these ideas, but you just don't feel like it. You don't have the energy. And so get your eating, moving, and sleeping together. Now magically you have the energy to focus on. You can remember the gems. You can remember what the old head was on there talking about on that Friday night. You can, right? You can remember, right? The people, places, and things that add value to your lives, right? The people, places, and things that you plug into, right? When you, right, you can, but it's a matter of, uh-oh, are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Okay, appreciate y'all. All right. So yeah, so that's so start with your self-care, start taking better care of yourself, and literally before you start responding to anybody, when you wake up, right? You start with gratitude. Wake up and spend the first 5 minutes just thinking about what you're grateful for. Whether you want to pray, whether you want to write it, whether you want to say it out loud. It doesn't matter, right? Some people like to do a gratitude journal. Okay, appreciate y'all. But start there. Start with gratitude. And then literally, before you get online, before you start responding to the world, do something for you. Move your body. Drink some water. Right? Those simple things that set you up for success throughout the day. That's literally what it is. I want to build a powerhouse community. Bro, let's do it. Listen, that's a layup. That that's a layup. That's literally a layup, fam. Like, let's do it when we like. That's almost too easy. That's literally a layup. So it's just a matter of like, you know, when you want to start it, let's do it. That's 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 so simple. That's so simple that it's insulting that it's not already done. That's one of those things. Like, it's so simple. You're like, oh man, ooh, yeah. So what we talking about? Like, let's do it. We got the time, the energy, the insight. We got the know-how. We got the technology. Like, what we talking about? Let me know, where I fit in that vision, and let's rock and roll. I love it. That's my thing. One of my big things was I saw the other question too, Sonya. I got you. Uh, pardon me. The men's ministry was my thing. And when I ran the men's ministry, it was not just my ministry, but we were connected to several others, and all the men would come together, and I led that and would teach and do all these things. So I do that. Marriage ministry, like all that. I do that. That's literally that's why I sit on here and say, ask any question about anything, because I do this. Like, I really do this. So that's the layup, fam. Let's rock and roll. All right, let's see. Oh, that's easy. Sonya say, how do you rewrite your story? Wait, can I pen from here? I sure can. How do you rewrite your story once you accept that life hasn't gone as planned? So I feel like you answered your own question, right? Once you accept the facts on the ground, and you don't even have to word it as life hasn't gone. No, accept the facts on the ground. This is where I am today. This is where I stand. And okay, great. Where do I want to be? Okay, great. Then your job, your life is to close the gap. That so rewriting your story, you're creating your new identity. How do you do that? Through your choices. So monitor your thoughts, right? Level up your words, level up your conversation, and be about that action. And now that's literally how you rewrite your story through actions. I'm rewriting my story right now. You're rewriting your story right now. Maybe your story was Friday night at 9 p.m. You would be dot dot dot, but now you're tuned in, right, to this empowerment session that we're having right now. Stories are being rewritten right now, but you got to be about that action. Stories aren't rewritten in your head. I don't know who that was for. Stories aren't rewritten in your head. History is not made in your head. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your dream. Nobody cares about that vision you had. We need action, action, action. So to answer that question, which you kicked it off with acceptance. See, that's the most challenging part is the acceptance because our ego gets in the way and we don't want to accept that this is our reality. Man, I'm this age. This is all I got in the bank. This is where I live. This is what's in my closet. This is what I drive. This is the relationship I'm in. This is what the job. This is and we don't want to accept it. But the question said, once you accept, that means I'm ready. I accept the facts on the ground. This is what it is, and it sucks. I don't like it. I'm better than this. I always tell people, no, that's safe to say. I'm better than this. I'm better than a lot of stuff, and I don't have no issues with saying it and with living it. I'm better than certain. I'm just better than that. I've outgrown so much, and why would I go back to that? Why would I lower myself for? Why would I lower myself for those cheap, trashy thoughts that kept me alive once upon a time? I don't need those anymore. Why would I lower myself by speaking to myself or anybody else in such a manner? Appreciate y'all too. Why would I lower myself by not taking action, by not being kind to myself, by not being Team Reese? So you want to rewrite your story? Great. Accept the facts on the ground and take step one. And then what? Accept the facts on the ground and take step one. Well, then what do you do after that? Accept the facts on the ground and take step one. See, there's no such thing as step two. That's another idea that I live with. There's no such thing as step two. There's always step one because when I take step one, my entire reality just changed. Everything changed. My perspective changed. I changed it. So I don't take step two. I take step one again. And I step one my way to the thing that I want to build for myself. I step one my way to my goal. I step one my way to the top of this particular mountain that I choose to climb. So that's it. I appreciate y'all. Boom, 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 boom. Find what serves you. Exactly. Exactly. And if you don't get the shots up, you can't make the adjustments so you can start to knock down the shots. If you don't miss terribly 1,000 times, you're not going to be able to make the shot. So y'all, that's the part we miss. Right? That's the part we miss. See, we don't want to get in the gym and miss 1,000 free throws. How do you think you're going to become a great shooter? Get it wrong. Get it wrong. Be willing to get it wrong until you get it right. Care enough about the thing, care enough about you that you're willing to just keep pressing forward. Get it wrong until you get it right. Pick up nuggets along the way. Try it. Crash and burn. Boom, boom, boom. Keep it going. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. Absolutely, positively, actively climbing mountains, 1,000,000%. Content. Let's touch that for a minute because I don't want someone to miss that. Because content, uh, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page there, and I want to encourage someone. Um, so we need to be 1,000% grateful for where we are, content, right? Grateful. We need to just be able to acknowledge and appreciate and respect and honor where we are, where we've come from, and just really love and appreciate it 100%. And then we need to be 100% hungry for our next level. We both need to be 100% true in our lives. That's the goal. So I don't need to be so hungry and getting after it that I can't appreciate the amazing life that I have right in front of me, the gifts, the talents, the people, the places, the things, all of that awesomeness that I have in front of me, right? I'm so hungry that I'm missing it because I'm just so fixated on the next level that I'm not even appreciating. And then we don't want to be in la la land because sometimes this is, and I've been here, right? You're just so grateful You remember from which you come. You're just so like, whew. And what happens is you take your foot off the gas and you're sitting there in la la land of gratitude. We need both 100%. We need 100% both. I'm 1,000% grateful for everything I have in my life. But I'm 1,000 and as I always talk about, and is and season, not or. And I I want it all. I want everything God has for me and a little extra, right? Because I'm a giver, so I need a little extra. And God is well aware of that. So He gonna give me a little extra. Because He know what He give me, I'm gonna give it away. Because I know He's the source and He's unlimited. So I don't got to hoard it. So when I get it, I can help. I can feed the people. So He don't have a problem blessing me because because he blesses the people through me. Yeah, that's right, family. It's and season. Mary University blowing up. And then this husband's community blowing up, the wives community blowing up. Listen, all of it. We don't gotta pick. It's 2026. We can have it all. I was talking about this recently. You can be mentally and emotionally strong and solid. You can be physically in an amazing condition. You can live an active and healthy lifestyle, right? And you can have amazing, healthy relationships. And you can pursue your career and purpose. All of them. Not all of them. Why not? They're all connected anyway. They're literally all connected anyway. So, yes, we can have all of them. I don't got to sacrifice my good health because I'm pursuing a career. I can do both. Good. Why not? Why can't I pursue my passion and look and feel amazing while I do it? See who wrote it? See, we have these ideas that we picked up along the way. I can be, I can be in pursuit of my passion and career and building and doing amazing things and still maintain happy, healthy, thriving relationships. I don't have to appreciate you. I don't have to sacrifice, right? And that's the idea we have. And once upon a time, perhaps that was true. It's like, oh man, who was that? I'm paraphrasing, right? But was it Jacob? I'm too excited right now, right? But I think it was Jacob. He was driving the cart, and his wife was in the back, and she was going through labor, and he wanted to be with his wife as the baby was coming, but he had to drive the cart. And this is the dilemma that we had as men. I gotta go out and get it. I gotta do this. I can't be present. I can't go to the thing. I can't make it to the game. I can't go to the school. I can't do this because I got to go do this. I gotta work all these out. I gotta finance the thing. I gotta do this. I gotta break my neck and do this. I gotta do this. And when I do this, I'm sacrificing this. So I gotta drive the cart. I gotta keep us afloat. What's up, family? I gotta drive this thing. I gotta steer. I gotta keep these. I gotta keep us on track. And then I gotta be security. I gotta make sure everything is safe and everything is flowing well. But my wife is in the back delivering my baby. I want to be back there. I want to love on her and support her. But I gotta drive the. And there's that dilemma that we had. But guess what? It's 2026. We don't gotta do that anymore. If you so choose, you can you can literally you can do it all. You can have it all. You can have the amazing career and the amazing relationship and be an amazing physical condition and be healed and happy and healthy and strong mentally and emotionally and have fun. Like this is and season. Think about it. Right now, I'm on my laptop talking to you guys on TikTok, and I'm streaming over here on Riverside, and that's streaming over to TikTok, and it's streaming over to my Facebook. And I got the TikTok right here too. And Chandelier, what's up, family? And this is and season. So You sitting there trying to figure out, or no, and all of them. Why not? There's no, why not? See, we got to expand. We got to expand. We're not limited like we once were. Oh man, yeah. Keep these questions coming. Yeah, we doing a little. I said stop saying certain things. Friday night Q&A. We rocking and rolling. Shout out to Sonya. She got these questions popping. Let's see. So these are really good questions. Really, really good. Make sure we stay connected. Um, so let's look at this, right? The question, right, for the stream over here. What about breaking connections with friends that want you, listen, that friends that want you to stay the same, old school friends, without seeming shady or dismissive? Here's here's the answer to that. Focus on your growth and your transformation. Don't tell them what they should do and what they ought to do. And trust me, if they want you to stay the same, it's not that they want you to stay the same. However, your commitment to your next level shines a light on their lack thereof, or it puts a demand on them. It forces them to look in the mirror. If my sis is changing, my sis who I done been through, we done went through our go through together. We done did some things we didn't like, right? You don't got to worry about that. You don't have to worry about being shady or dismissive. Focus up and create the space when you need, right? If you got to step away sometimes, if you have to say no, thank you, please do that. Prioritize your well being, prioritize your growth and transformation, and be the one. If you're the one that has to leave the village and go out on the journey and slay the dragon so the dragon doesn't come in and eat the village, you're the one. So don't even invest any energy into the faces they make, the little things they say, right? Them doing things without you, you not being invited to certain things. You ain't want to do that anyway. You outgrew that anyway. So be so be so concerned with your reaching your next level. Uh, be so locked in and committed to that that those things don't even bother you. They don't even move you. They're just par for the course. And so those things don't get to slow you down. So understand that whatever's going on, right? Because you said they want you to stay the same. Well, again, because your growth, you changing, that shines the light on them. And that's a challenge for us. We don't want to do that. And so you have to be okay with that. Be okay with being the one. Be okay with being the one that breaks the cycle, that breaks the curses. Be okay with being the one that levels up because guess what? Them seeing you do it, that makes it real. Maybe it didn't occur to them that reaching the next level was possible. But then they're seeing you ascend, and it's like, wait a minute, hmm, right? And it may come out in negativity. It may come out with hate. It may come out with some slick talk. It may come out however it's going to come out. But what's really happening beneath the surface is that you're exposing them. And we need to be exposed. We need to have the curtain pulled back. But not only that, you're exposing them, but you're also empowering them. You're encouraging them because they know you. And if they listen, I got homies like that who we go way, way back and we've done some things. We got things that I'll never repeat and they'll never repeat. We done lived, but they watched my transition. And so, guess what? When life punches them in the face, guess who gets the call? Me. Guess who their point of reference is? Guess who some of them, right? Who some of them lean on and look to as their inspiration. So yeah, don't even worry about that. That's not even be honored. Be honored that you've recognized that it's time to grow, it's time to move. and you recognize that, you know what, I'm the one. If if this community is going to survive, it's because I'm stepping out there, because I'm risking my neck. If this village is going to be saved, I can't stay here with the crew and wait for the dragon to just come and destroy us. I gotta go on my journey. I gotta learn. I gotta grow. I gotta level up. I gotta see some things and experience some things and learn some things and get myself to a particular level so that I can then slay the dragon. I gotta meet some different people and learn some different things. I gotta save the village that way. So if you're called to be the hero, be the hero. Awesome. I love it. So that's these are beautiful, great questions, by the way. I appreciate y'all. Keep them coming. Uh-oh, let's see. Share the mindset we need to go in a dark place and do your inner work by yourself. I love this, right? Let's really simplify it, because that sounds heavy, and that sounds like people want to run the other way, right? Go in a dark place and do your inner work by yourself. So let's simplify that. What's the mindset I need to give myself permission to heal? Right? What's the mindset I need to give myself permission to move forward in spite of everything that I've been through? Okay, great. So we got to make some shifts, right? One thing we can think about is that we can, oh, here we go. Thank you, Lord. We can acknowledge our humanity. Thank you so much, man, Reese. We can acknowledge the fact that as awesome as we are, there's nothing we can do to change the past. There's nothing we can do to change the past. Listen, I, somebody could drop $1 billion off right now in my account. I can't go back 10 years and fix the thing, make a different decision. So accepting my humanity, accepting the fact that I can't go backwards. There's nothing I can do. I can't go back there. I can't make any change. So I have to accept the facts on the ground. I had to accept the reality of the situation. So that's the first thing to consider. Okay, right? A lot of times we don't want to go into those dark places because then we have to accept that this is where we are, right? This is what happened. Maybe it's something that we repressed. Maybe it's something we don't want to look straight on. We want to look in the mirror, but we want to pretend we don't see that particular thing. So the first thing is we have to acknowledge our humanity and to accept our humanity. This is the reality. This is our situation. Great, right? Great. And so once we do that, we can now say, okay, I'm not so proud of that. This happened, that happened, whatever it might be, right? And then we can say, you know what? Okay, from here forward, right? I'm going to think differently. I'm going to speak differently. I'm going to move differently. I know what that looks like and and feels like. What did I learn from that? And so now, instead of that dark place being this scary thing that's stopping my progress, Lord, it now becomes a degree on the wall. See, it now becomes a degree on the wall. It used to be the thing that stopped me from moving forward. It used to be the thing I was afraid to face, the thing I was afraid to admit. See, I labeled it my dark place. And I didn't want to go in there and deal with that. What if I just accept my humanity and accept the fact that I'm a flawed human being like everyone else? And wow. And then what if in that same breath, right, I'm accepting that. And then what if I start giving thanks? Wow, God, you kept me through all of that craziness I went through. Wow, you really got a plan for me, huh? Wow, look at me, still alive, still sane, mostly, right? Look, still with love in my heart, still move, right? And and so when you accept the facts on the ground, when you accept the reality of the situation, when you acknowledge your humanity, and then you give thanks in it, Now it it was a monster, and now it's like it's your security. Now it's your degree. I ain't tripping off of this. Do you realize? I ain't worrying about that. Do you realize? Then it becomes a point of reference for you when you get discouraged. It becomes a point of reference for you. It becomes your encouragement, your inspiration when you start to feel down. It's like, do I not know who I am? Hold on. Yeah, but this is going on, but that's going. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is but a light thing. I'm gonna let Susie Hot Socks 422 making a nasty comment stop me from showing up. And I know when I show up, God speaks through me and lives are changed. After all I've survived, the disrespect. How dare I disrespect God like that, disrespect myself like that, and disrespect all the people, places, and things that I'm connected to. So how we label a thing is important, right? How we label a thing is important. So now the dark place is now our gift. The dark place is now, see, we thought that disqualified us from certain blessings and going certain places, but the dark place is actually the master key. Oh my goodness. That dark place becomes your key to the city. See, I'm confident I can do anything. Not simply because scripture says it, but because look what I've been through. Look what I've survived. And I'm still here, standing strong. We used to say in the army, standing tall and looking good. Still in my right mind, not angry, not bitter, not upset, not mad at the world, not mad at this or that. Not no, walking around with joy, a light, allowing God. So what we do is we we change that thing. So I don't even have to go into the dark. I'm going to redefine it. It was just the light bulb just blew. That's all. No, just take that old one out, put a fresh one in. And now we got the new bright LED bulbs that last, X amount of years. Oh, this is not even a scary place. Oh, shoot. Then you get reminded, oh, look, there go man, I was looking for there go I thought I had lost, man, I remember I went through some things to get this. And y'all see what I'm saying? Like, it's that shift. It's making a decision that life happens for me, not to me. I'm not a victim. And therefore, even the pain, all those things that I went through, all of those dark, all of those ugly experiences were shaping and molding me. They were providing the insight I needed to craft this knowledge and wisdom to be an ambassador for God and go where He sends me. So we rewire that whole thing. And then the second part of the question, I like that, right? He said, do your inner work by yourself, right? There's beauty in that. There's beauty in by yourself because it takes courage to do so because we're often looking, right? I'm an athlete, I'm a team guy, right? However, however, even on the team, I have a role, I have a responsibility, right? I have a commitment that I need to make to myself, to the team, right? To the people that are standing here and supporting us. And so, you know, doing it by yourself, and here's the thing, let me qualify it. By myself doesn't mean by myself. I start by myself. The courage to take that step by myself. By myself. See, I just I'm by yourself can mean, yo, Reese, listen, I'm in a pickle. I'm going through this situation. I got this going on. Okay, cool. I got you. You're doing the work. You're doing the inner work by yourself, but you're tapping into the support to your support. You're not out here just trying to wing it. We don't need to wing it. It's 2026. We don't need to wing it. We have each other. We have unlimited information, and we have people who have committed their lives to help. So I don't have to wing it. I don't have to wing anything, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my my laptop was bugging out, right? Not this one. You know, I was fortunate enough to grab a new one, but my other one was bugging out. But so when I was trying to fix it, right? This is what I did by myself, but not so much. I went on chat. I said, chat, act as a Mac genius and help me fix this error. This is I have this particular MacBook Pro. Here's the serial number. And I'm getting this. When I click this, I'm getting this particular error. I was working it, but I had. So by myself doesn't literally mean by myself. We got to get that clear. We don't got to go off into the mountains by ourselves for no, 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 no. We're not, that's not the world we live in anymore. By myself can be, yo, my bro on here, John A. I'm in, well, what you, hey, I need a minute, bro. See, I just have to have the courage to. So a lot of times we think we gotta go into this bubble and go into our closet and close ourselves off from the world. And but no, 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 no. God gave us each other. There's nothing heroic about going over there and that lone wolf thing that we do, gentlemen. Gentlemen, that lone wolf thing that we do. No, that's weak. Speak up. Those days, once upon a time, okay, that has some validity, but 2026, speak up. Johnny exists. I exist. What do you mean? Speak up. Yo, today kicked my behind. This is happening. That's happening. I need to speak up. How dare I not speak up? And I got people that, what? And you know, well, this is the way my grandpa did it, and this is the way I did it. Speak up. Exactly, fam. Listen, I talk about it. I'm hard. I'm hard on men. I mean, I don't accept excuses from anybody, and I push and challenge everybody, but I'm extra hard on men because what you mean? Well, I don't really have nobody to talk. Of course you do. If you want to do some dirt, you have people to call. What you talking about? Of course you do. And if you don't, I exist. See, that's the thing. Let's just say you literally don't have anyone. Well, there are people who have literally committed their lives to being supportive and that are qualified to support. So we don't. So no, there's no excuse. So anyway, that I hope that I hope that made some sense. That was a beautiful question, by the way. But those are the adjustments. We just need to redefine that thing. See, and that's the thing, right? I have this rule, right? Nothing has meaning. Oh, they gave me the puzzle piece. Hold fast. Oh, come on, man. Wait a minute, man. There we go. The rule is nothing has meaning until I assign it meaning. And so when I see that, go into the dark place and okay, whoa. What's actually happening here? What does that mean? Appreciate you, whoever that was. I just saw the thing pop up. But you see what I'm saying? Like, appreciate you. I mean, but like, I redefine it. Okay, but hey, this right here, I'm gonna give y'all this one. I ain't even gonna charge y'all. There's a question you can ask when you're dealing with a situation, right? Yes, very, very mature. And pardon me. Let's say you're looking at something, right? And it, you don't like the way it makes you feel, or the perspective that you're choosing, like the way you're looking at it. Okay. So there's a rule, and then there's a question. The rule is, I am 100% responsible for my perspective. That's the rule. I'm 100% responsible for my perspective. So that is a call to maturity, right? And it's an acknowledgement that there are multiple ways to look at this. So the way I'm looking at it right now is just one way of looking at it. Okay, I'm 100% responsible for my perspective. I shared some rules earlier, right? The other rule, right? Nothing has meaning till I assign it meaning. Uh-oh. So if I'm 100% responsible for my perspective and nothing has meaning till I assign it meaning, oh, that's power. Oh, I have the power over this situation. Okay. So me acknowledging that there are multiple ways to look at this means there are multiple ways to look at this. Perhaps I can explore some different angles. If this one isn't sitting right, if this one is not empowering, if this one is taking from me, if this one is causing me to shrink, then I need to, right? And then what happens is the question to help you work through this is very, very simple, but I'm telling you, it's life changing. What else could this mean? Ooh, you in a relationship and he his body language is saying something, or he does something, or he moves a certain way, or something, and you automatically make up a whole story. Or fellas, if this happens or that, and you, what else could this mean? What else could this mean? Oh man, that's she disrespected me. What else could this mean? What else could this mean? Two or three of those, laugh at yourself because that's the mature thing to do. Laugh at yourself and keep it pushing. Think about this. We make up these stories in our head, and then we'll label it as the gospel. We'll label it as truth anyhow, and we'd be dead wrong. I always tell this story. This is a true story. It was some years. Wow, it was a while ago at this point because we were in Charlotte. Anyway, so in the crib, I got the music blasting. My folks upstairs. I got the music blasting. I'm cleaning up, right? Clean up the kitchen. Woo, woo, woo. I'm talking about, you know, everything put away, everything cleaned up. Got the smell good. Got the cinnamon on the stove. Getting everything, getting it because I made dinner. Getting the smell out the house. I mean, we getting things right. Everything is clean. Woo, woo, woo. Pots and pans cleaned up and put away. Dishwasher loaded. Woo, woo, woo. Bam. Dishwasher running. Right. Ready to call it a night. I go in at this time. My work setup, my office space was a space in the living room. So I go over there to shut everything down because I have a rule: leave it how you want to find it. Right? Exactly. Leave things how you want to find them. So shut down the kitchen. Now I'm cleaning up my office space, cleaning off my desk, putting everything, making sure chargers are plugged in. Because when I come down for work in the morning, that's how it needs to be. That's the rule. When my wife comes down, and my wife is just she's a sweetheart. She just comes down, minding her business, and she goes in the kitchen and she get herself something to drink. She get her some juice, drink the juice, and sit the glass in the sink. Why would she do such a thing? Why would she disrespect me like that? Why? Does she hate me? The disrespect. And I had to use this to what else could this mean? The lady was thirsty? What else could this mean? She respects you, she honors you, she loves you. The lady was she was on the phone, giggling with her friends. She came down, got something to drink, drank it, sat the cup down, and went upstairs. It didn't occur to her that, right, that I just there was nothing, it had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with me. But in my head, oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. But I had to laugh at myself because what else could this mean? Well, she was listen. It was yes, it was personal. I was ready to listen. I was ready to put some Vaseline on my face and call her outside. And then after two, what else could this mean? I'm cracking up, laughing at myself. And then I told her, and she was like, "Huh? You want me to go wash the cup?" I'm like, "No, genius, I did already." I mean, but it was just funny, right? And that's my rule, right? And it did not occur to her. Yo, she like, huh? And then her friend, they on the phone, her and they cracking up. But I'm telling you, I was hot. I was ready to call a lawyer. Because how dare she? How dare that lady get something to drink at her own house? What? How dare she use a glass, just drink juice out of it, and put it in the sink where it belongs? Because, but that's the type of goofy things that we do. But this tool, right? Listen, right? What else could this mean? God bless you. What else could this mean? What else could this mean? And then I laugh at myself and then avoided drama. But when I tell you, think about how many situations, think about how many times you turned up because something happened, you made up a story, and off you went. And the mature thing to do is understand that I'm 100% responsible for my perspective. Hmm. Nothing has meaning till I assign it meaning. Hmm. Okay. I'm empowered. And if I'm trying to process through, right, it's like, okay, well, what else could this mean? Because sometimes we listen. What? What do you say? Who? Who? Who he looking at? Like, what is it? How did it? I got people that they ain't never coming home because of because something happened. They made up a story, or there was a rule. There was this goofy, just this stupid rule where we from, and something happened, and now because I gotta adhere to this particular rule, now I do something and I lose my like, or now I'm behind the walls and never coming home because I never learned how to process through things. I never developed these particular tools. That's why I work so freaking hard to develop these tools so I can pass these things along. To this is life saving stuff. I'm from a place where you lose your cool for a minute, you can end up in a graveyard or in prison. Like I got partners that ain't never coming home because they didn't have these tools. What else could this mean? Yeah, what else could this mean? I done made up this amazing story in my head. What else could this mean? Exact. And listen, I'm telling you that juice glass. That's a real, true story to have. I was ready. Telling you, I listen. I ready to call the lawyer. I'm ready. And how goofy was that? We were cracking up laughing. I'm out here bugging. Now she don't respect me because she got some juice. What? Sit your goofy behind down somewhere. And I went in there once I had my moment and laughed, I just went and washed the cup and put it away. Like, it took me 30 seconds. I ready to call the lawyer about 30 seconds, 30 seconds about a glass of juice. Oh man. All right. Yes. Yes. We're maturing now, but listen now. Listen, it was serious. It was the disrespect. How dare you use a cup after I shut the kitchen down? Ugh. All right. I ain't seen no more questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring this thing home, man. This was fun. I appreciate y'all. This was a fun Friday night vibe. What is it? It's 9:48. All right. I'll ride till 10 if we got another good question. These were some great ones, some really great questions. Um, yeah, this should be some great content. Yeah, listen, thing get real. Anything else? Anybody else have anything? What else? What else could this mean? Appreciate it. Yeah. Sonia, thank you for those questions, helping us helping us push the conversation forward. I love it. I love this stuff. I can literally do this. I can literally do this all day. Literally, like it's insane. But that just come that come from getting it wrong so many times. Oh, man. So when you come across someone that's full of wisdom, just know, just know there's a trail of goofy decisions that got them to this point. So I don't sit here as a sage that it was downloaded to me from the Lord. No, life kicked my behind. And I chose to take these things and bottle them up and use them, right? Love you too, fam. All right. It's Friday night. I'm checking out. Y'all stay sharp. I'll see y'all beautiful people soon. This was fun. Oh man.